everyone, how's it going? Rob here. Today we're going to check out this massive chunk of a torch, the M2R Warrior Pro by Olight. And we're going to go over its features, price point, what I like and dislike about it, and hopefully by the end of the video you'll know whether or not this is a suitable tool for your needs. So without any further ado, let's get to it. First of all, I'm really digging the packaging. It seems almost as if I'm about to unbox an iPhone or such. So kudos on that, Olight. Now let's go ahead and see what lies in here. Open this up. Of course, you'll get a little thank you note. This is a quick startup guide, so be sure to follow the instructions before doing anything else. As always, the magnetic charge cable. The flashlight itself in this rather sturdy nylon pouch. Okay. And one more box here, in which we'll find the nylon lanyard. Oh, this way. So the nylon lanyard and the instruction manual. And here's a close shot of it in case you want to take a closer look. This is the aluminum body version we've got here. They haven't released it in copper or titanium as of yet, but I'm sure they'll get to it in the near future. So as I was saying, aluminum body with black overall anodization with blue accents on the side switch and the bezel. You'll also be able to find these in blue, tan, gunmetal gray, camo, OD green, orange, and if you're feeling a bit patriotic, there's a special edition for that as well. Now, size and weight wise, we're looking at an overall length of 5.37 inches or 136.5 millimeters. Head diameter is 1.16 inches or 29.5 millimeters. Body diameter is 1.03 inches or 26.2 millimeters. And its overall weight sits at around 6.31 ounces or 179 grams. A battery on board, of course. And here are the dimensions for the previous M2R Warrior. So as you can see, there's a slight increase in size and weight for this Pro version. And here's this flashlight next to the Warrior Mini. And what do I have here? An i3 TEOS, so that you can get an idea of its size or of what we're dealing with here. Alright, so on this torch, the two-way clip's reversible. So if you so desire, you can pop this right off and flip it over, place it here. Position I have it is more suitable for a deep pocket carry, but you can still attach it to the bill of your cap if you ever need your hands free. I'll quickly demonstrate. So retention is pretty good. This is going nowhere. It's pretty secure. This is your improvised headlamp setup. And pocket carrying this thing will more than likely get it scratched. It is, however, doable for its size and weight. But really, if you're going to carry this on a daily basis, the nylon pouch is the way to go. And Olight provides us with a rather good one. It's fairly compact in size. It's well padded on the inside with this felt lining. It has pressed studs on the top and bottom of it so that water can go in and out if you ever find yourself in a wet environment. It's easy to draw. It just takes minimal practice with it. The adjustable loop on the back also allows you to place it on a MOLLE platform. Snaps right off. And also you have a D-ring for lashing. The knurling on this is really well designed for the size of the torch. So it's really grippy. It will stay glued to your hand even in wet conditions, and it's also suitable for use with gloves. On the top we've got a crenulated type bezel in blue. It's pretty sharp and aggressive, I might add. It's definitely going to leave a mark if used in a self-defense scenario, as well for breaking a window and so on. Now we should open this up and see what cell we've got inside. Let's go ahead. And as you can see, the threads are O-ring sealed. The flashlight is IPX8 water resistant. So submersion and use beyond 1 meter depth are possible. It's also drop rated at 1.5 meters. And first we're going to remove this piece of plastic. This massive chunk is the rechargeable customized 21700 lithium ion cell. It has a capacity of 5000 milliamp hour and an average operating voltage of 3.6 volts. Here it is next to the 18650 battery that the Warrior Mini uses for a quick size comparison. The MCC3 charger provided on the box charges at 2 amps, so it takes about 2.5 hours to reach the green light indicator from a fully depleted state. A small light placed on the cable will indicate if the light's still charging or not, so red means it's still charging and green signals a complete charge. Let's put this back together. Now, on the downside of things, the torch would only work with custom cells made by Olight. And now you could say they're doing this to increase battery sales, but then on the other hand, using a different, maybe even questionable cell could lead to performance or damage issues. And I'm not saying I'm encouraging this type of practice, but using their custom cells may be safer and provide more consistent results in the end. Let's see if this works. Okay. Right, now let's go through on how to operate this thing. The user interface is pretty easy to pick up. It's common among all Olight products. You need to press the side switch to turn it on and hold the switch to cycle throughout its modes. It goes low, medium, medium 2, and then high. So low, medium, medium 2, high. To enter turbo, you need to double tap and triple tap for the strobe. You can operate the tail switch in 2 different configurations. So by default it will be in configuration 1. A half press will activate the medium mode and a full press will take you into turbo. You can also use these modes momentarily. All you have to do is press and hold the switch and then release it each time. In order to change back and forth between these 2 configurations, you need to press the tail switch all the way through, and then with your other hand you need to press the side switch once. So we're in configuration 2 now, so a half press is for turbo and a full press will take you in a strobe mode. To put this torch into lockout mode, all you have to do is press and hold the side switch from an off state. It will first enter moonlight and then switch off. As you can see, the side switch now glows red, meaning we're in lockout mode. What I don't like about this mode is that it will lock both your side switch and your tail switch. This being a tactical flashlight and all, it should still allow you to operate the tail switch and only lock the side switch to prevent it from turning on while it's in your pocket. And to unlock it, you need to press and hold the side switch again. And we're good to go. Here's the table that shows you how to access each mode. Alright, so on the bottom we have this little tripod stand here next to the tail switch, and this allows for tail standing, and it also provides 3 charge contact points. Now the magnet seems to be decent, and while it can hold its weight upside down, you're not going to be able to place the torch horizontally. That's due to its length and weight distribution. Let me get my trusty old knife to quickly demonstrate. So as you can see, upside down we're good, and if you want to go for a more horizontal approach, it will fall right off. It's not going to stay. Unlike the Warrior Mini, which is way more stable. Now, on the top of the side switch, we're going to have a battery level indicator. So green usually indicates a charge of 75% or above. Orange means you're between 30 to 75%. Red means it's between 10 to 30%. And then finally, it will blink red when it's below 10%. Now on the top, under the hood, we have a Cree XHP35 in neutral white, which is fully covered under the clear TIR optic, which generates a clean beam with no strange artifacts and a well-defined and bright hot spot. Hence, the beam will have both throw and soft float, which is quite useful for recognizing items in the near to mid-range distance, and that's ideal for a tactical and everyday use. Now, the light beam is capable for long distance throws with its powerful 22,400 candela rating, which is capable of reaching 200 to 300 meters, and also capable to punch through any photonic barriers such as fog, rain, and any other ambient lights. Now, here's a few shots of it. Alright, now let's go over some outputs and runtimes. Here's a table with the brightness outputs for the M2R Warrior Pro. So, from a fully charged state, turbo will run at 1800 lumens for 4.5 minutes, after which the thermal protection mode will kick in, and then drop it to 750 lumens for another 145 minutes, and then drop it to 250 lumens for another 45 minutes. High mode starts at 750 lumens and lasts for 160 minutes, and then it drops to 250 lumens for another 40 minutes. Medium outputs 250 lumens for 10 hours, medium 2 outputs 60 lumens for 40 hours, and low outputs 15 lumens for 130 hours. And then there's finally Moonlight, which outputs 1 lumen and lasts for up to 50 days. Now, all in all, pretty impressive outputs and runtimes, and here's how it compares to the smaller version of it, the Warrior Mini. So basically, the output and runtimes will be better on the M2R Pro, but it does run on a different LED type and has a bigger battery capacity, so no big surprise here. Price-wise, the aluminum anodized in black retails for $110, and the other colors aforementioned will run you $10 more. Now, granted, you'll be able to get these a bit cheaper during special sales off of some resellers, and then there's always the second-hand market out there. And all of this being said, it's time to wrap this up and come up with some final conclusions for this product. So, pros first. The torch does meet the outputs and throw claims. The runtimes are great. The correlations on the bezel are pretty sharp. The two-way clip is robust and can be placed in 2 different configurations. The nylon sheath is really well made. The 2-stage tail switch adds a tactical element, providing quicker access to strobe and turbo. And operating this torch is pretty easy to pick up. And in my opinion, the knurling is really well designed and placed. As far as the cons go, you can only use a custom cell with this torch. And I know it's a bummer for some of you people out there. It is a bit on the larger side of EDC torches, so it really depends if you're comfortable to carry this light around on a daily basis. And I myself would call this a semi-EDC torch, as it has some applicability and usefulness in certain situations, but then again, this is more oriented towards hunting, military, and police activities. So in the end, I consider this flashlight to be a relative good choice for EDC uses. Specifications are really good, price point's alright, and it's pretty much a jack of all trades flashlight, let's call it that. That was my review for the M2R Warrior Pro by Olight. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope it has been useful for you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button in order to stay tuned for more EDC videos, and comment below for any questions that you might have. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.